Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Alumni Experience Exchange. I'm Bonnie, your learner experience coach, and I'm super excited to be your host today as we celebrate the amazing journeys of our alumni and share some tips, laughs, and future dreams. Whether you're tuning in live or you are catching the replay, you are in for a treat. So before we dive in, quick shout out to our SAP Educate Employ community, the place where dreams turn into real careers. And hey, please don't be shy. Drop your comments, your questions in the comments, or even some virtual high fives in the chat. We want this to be as interactive and as fun as possible. So, are you ready to roll? Let's go. First up, let's introduce our graduates. Well, one of them is running a bit late. I'll be chatting to Tando and Izundu, two bright stars who have been on this amazing journey. So, Tando, please tell us a fun fact about yourself and your favorite part of the journey so far.
Hi Bongi, hi everyone. My name is Tando Matuso and I'm part of the SAP E2E Year 2 learners. Yes. Um, a fun fact about me is I'm actually shy. I'm actually shy, but I don't mind addressing other people. That's the fun fact about me. There's a lot that happened in this program. There's a lot of highlights. I think one of the highlights for me was definitely being elected as the Lena country representative. But there's a lot more that I'm willing to share. Yeah, we'll just pass it to Izundu now. He's here.
Hi, Izundu. Thank you for joining us. So please do tell us a fun fact about yourself and your favorite part of the journey so far.
Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, how you doing? I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Can you?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Izu, and fun fact about me is I'm actually a playful person, but like people can't tell because when I'm out, like I keep a composure, so people can't tell that I'm playful until you like come closer, and then I show you that I'm actually like an unserious person. Um, but I know how to like balance it with some seriousness. I mean that's why we're in the music program. If not, I would have been out by now. Yeah, then highlights of the program so far so good. I mean like Tando said, there's been a lot of like great moments, milestones even. But like for me, the ultimate one so far is like my certification. Like the certification was like, yeah, what there is like you have a foot in the industry already. So yeah.
Amazing. Oh, I love it. And I'd like to send out a quick shout out to Rebo and Frida. Oh, well, and Michael as well, because these are the guys keeping the vibe lively and the energy high around here. So thank you guys for being awesome. So now let's continue hearing from our stars directly. So I'll ask a few questions. And I want you all to listen closely. There's some gold here for everyone. So Tando, tell us a bit about yourself and your background. Where do you come from?
Okay, I am from Pumalanga, Sekunda, or known as Imbalente. That's where I was raised. I then moved to Cape Town for like 3 years, but now I'm currently staying at Witbank in Pumalanga. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then should I a little bit about myself? 'Cause yeah. So yeah, I just moved recently. I think that's it because I know that there's gonna be quite a lot of questions, so I'll just keep it
No,
just keep it there.
that's that's really nice. So after high school, what did you study and how was that experience for you?
Okay, so I studied applied geology at the University of the Western Cape, and
Nice.
then shortly after, yeah, I joined the SAP E2E program. The journey was okay, but I had, a rude awakening during my final year, and I was like, Yeah, I do enjoy what I'm doing, but I don't think this is something I want to do for the rest of my life, you know. Then I tried to break into tech again and again until I came across this program. Yes.
Great insight. Now, how did this SAP Educate to Employ program give you that extra edge in your job search? I know that you are certified right now, so please spill the secrets. How has that experience been for you so far?
Okay, so the program, right? So I'm just gonna start with learning block 2 and what it has equipped me with. In this program, I think it gives us a very diverse skill set. Not only does it focus on hard skills, soft skills as well, which are skills that other people might not have. For myself, I was a graduate without proper soft skills, but in this
Mm,
program, you know, I learned my communication, I learned negotiation skills, which are skills that I even use in my business. I've learned customer service as well as part of the learning block too. So yeah, not only do you get the certifications, yes, but you become different because you also have the hard
mm,
skills that you can implement. So yeah, I think that's something that does set me apart from a lot of people. Yes.
amazing. I love that. Love it. So let's go to Izu. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background. I'm sure everyone is interested to know where you come from.
Yeah, I mean, before I start, I just want to say, like, Tando, I can relate with you on that awakening in final year.
Mm.
I had the same too. Like, I was like, am I going to do this? And mine was worse because while I was in school, I was also interning for an accounting firm. So I was doing the work, so I knew what they were doing, so I knew the lifestyle, and I was like, hell no. So and this happened like and there's nothing bad about it actually. It's just I just didn't want that for myself. So yeah, I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Izu. I graduated from Babcock University in Nigeria. I studied economics, right? I studied economics, and when you from studying economics, I actually got into like data analysis, and not professionally, just as a hobby. Statistical
Mm.
programming as a hobby, just that was on the side notes. It was something that it's something that is like a byproduct of learning economics. So as time went on, I started building expertise in analytics and more of programming too. And I've been looking for where to like build professional legacy. Like, when you're like 50 years and you can say, okay, yeah, this is my work in which I'm well pleased. I'm looking for where I can build that legacy, and SAP was like the perfect place to do that for me. You know, and I saw the opportunity through Yoma, and I applied. I saw testimonies from people that had gone through the Umuzi program. So I definitely applied. When I got in, I was super happy. I'll tell you why I was super happy. Like, my happiness was greater than other people's, and I'll tell you why now. So the reason is because before now, I have applied 3 times, exactly 3 times for the SAP YPP, and I never got in. And I don't, as you grow older, the less your chances of getting into it. So when the Umuzi program came in and I got in, it was obvious that like SAP, Umuzi, and all they cater to people that they cater to an audience that many organizations don't. Let me just put it that way. So yeah, I got in the program, it was amazing. We went through learning block 1, learning block 2, learning block 3, and all the way from learning block 1 to learning block 3, we have learned very useful content, like learned very useful stuff that you need for even interviews when you want to speak, especially from learning block 2. So it's been amazing. Like, we learn time management, not just the technical stuff. We learn time management, like practical. You know how they typically your boss will tell you, how do you manage time? Go and learn how to manage time or something like that. But here we got a blueprint of how to literally manage your time, like Eisenhower, matrix and stuff like that, like practical sessions, and it's been very helpful all the way till now. It has been rewarding, and we've had people who held our hands, like Bongi here, and some of the people that she shouted out to. They're literally holding our hands. Like every time we had a meeting, it was like, "Yo, guys, let's do this." It was always positive energy. So yeah, that's what's been so far so good. We've gotten certifications now. After certifications, I haven't mentioned this to Muzi yet, but I don't know if it's as a result of the SAP certifications on our profile, on our LinkedIn profile, but a couple of recruiters have been shortlisting me for opportunities, even opportunities outside of SAP roles. Like I have some messages I can screenshot and share. Like someone reached out to me for
Amazing.
BCG role, but like they're not like SAP related, so that's just the problem. But I mean, there's a difference between me now and when I started. That's also what I'm saying. There's a difference
Mm.
between. Yeah. Thank you.
No, that's lovely to hear. Definitely, I do personally know that this program sets you apart, especially when it comes to job applications and things like that. And I saw you already got into the good stuff, like how you heard about the SAP Educate Employ program. You did mention that you heard about it from Yoma. So that is very interesting because on my end, I got it through a friend. My friend actually sent me a link to apply for this program, and I did the aptitude test. I didn't know much about SAP, but I did the aptitude test. I did the learning block too. It was pilot, so there was not much information about it out there. But since I was staying at home, unemployed, I just thought like, let me do these courses just to keep me sane. And then learning block 3 came, and then I was like, wow, actually, PCP is very interesting, and it's huge. It's huge. Okay. So that's where I literally started falling in love with it. So let me popcorn over to Tando. How was your experience with the application process when you applied for this program?
Okay, the application process, I think it was smooth for me. Well, I'll first get into the point of how I learned about the program. So I think 2 years prior, I was part of, I applied for the web development leadership at Umuzi, but I
Mhm.
obviously couldn't progress to the other stages or the phases of the application. I think they had our names there in the database and they were like, hey, there's an awesome opportunity that we think you might be interested in. And then I applied. Yeah, so yeah, the experience was okay. I remember I applied in December. It was during the first use again. I applied and then I did my learning block one courses, wrote my aptitude test, and yeah, uh, that was it. And then I was just eager and waiting for learning block two. I remember we'd I sent DMs to Muzi like, guys, when are we getting the responses? We were so ready to start. We were so excited. But yeah, that was the application process for me. It was okay. It was okay.
Amazing. And I do have to ask any memorable moments from the learning block 1, learning block 2, learning block 3 stages, or maybe even an event that made you go like, wow, this could be like a virtual event or an in-person event.
Okay, so there was a lot, a lot of events and everything happening. But okay, I remember learning block one, we were just excited to start. Everybody was excited. Learning block two was, yeah, everyone was excited to start learning block two. But yeah, there was a time where it was a bit intense because we were trying to get all of this information, but it was very, very lovely. And learning block three, I enjoyed learning block three the most. Learning block three is where everything just comes together, you know.
True,
Um,
true.
Move a bit further. Okay, sorry, sorry. Oh, I should just disconnect this.
No
Let me
worries.
let me find my tab. Learning Block 3 was where everything came together. I enjoyed Learning Block 3. This is where we just came together. We get to know each other. You know, we were teaching each other, basically. Preparation for the exams. Yes, everyone was scared or frightened and everything, but it was okay. One event that I enjoyed the most, it has to be the event, the mentorship event by Avina. That
Mm,
workshop was very insightful. We learned a lot about SAP. You know, she just made you want to be like, okay, already I'm ready to start. But by that time, we didn't even have our certifications. But she shared a lot of insights. She shared a lot of knowledge. And that particular day, I came out a different person from that event. Yes, yeah. So those
amazing.
the moments and the highlights for me.
Amazing. So, a fun fact about the Avina masterclasses is that not only were you guys inspired, but everyone in the room was inspired. The professionals, they were inspired. Like it was really a really inspiring session. So, I can't wait for the new guys, the year three learners to experience all these events that they will have access to. So, Izu, let's hear from you. Do you have any memorable moments from all these learning blocks, or maybe even an event that you were really inspired by, or one that just made you go, wow? I know
Yeah,
it's the master class and why. I'm joking.
yeah. I mean, the many memorable events, even some I probably know that I won't reference now because I mean, at the back of my head, I can't remember them. But there are many
There's
memorable
many of them.
events. A major memorable events, even for everyone who would be starting the program, is moving from learning block one to learning block two. It's always like a milestone, like moving from, because you're satisfied, you're certain that you know you're in the program, and then
Mhm.
after that, learning block two was also a good one. The memorable event or the memorable thing about learning block 2 is the amount of like the content you have to complete, you know, and the deadline, the time frame within which you have to complete it. So for many people around that time, you're usually going to be doing like sleepless nights and stuff like that, and you know,
Mhm.
catching up on the project. So yeah, it's those that was a very memorable period for me. And like Tando said, towards learning block three, it got even more interesting. There was more collaboration, there was more teamwork, right? And
Mhm.
not just
Mhm.
working with people just our country, we're working with people in other countries too, South Africa and Kenya. So like it's really there's collaboration, there's teamwork, there's communication. There's also like we're building professional network at the same time. So yeah, and we also got to meet with we've had very interesting sessions where you know we got to meet with professionals, right? Like from the big four. So not just anybody, like the
Mhm.
highbrow, you know, like
Yes.
it was good to connect with them, and they gave us like a piece of themselves, you know, how they started up and how it was like, and you know, some of them not even knowing that they'll be you know where they are today and stuff like that, just showing up, be consistent, you know, all the good stuff, the cliche stuff, and then the non-cliche stuff, you know, they gave us all of that. So yeah, yeah, that's
Mhm.
these are the memorable things about the journey so far so good.
Yes, so the journey does have some up and downs. So now let's dive into the biggest challenges, like, and how did you overcome them? Like, let's share those real talk moments.
Okay, I had challenges in learning block too. Um, Number one, I was in physically okay. I had some issues health wise, and
Mhm.
another thing was time. You know, when you're studying from home, there might be a lot to do. People don't understand what you're even doing. You know, so obviously there are certain things that needs to get done, things that you need to do and stuff. So sometimes you neglect your work a little bit, But then I learned time management. Time management, I set aside certain hours for my work because trust me, it's not easy to work from home or even study from home. But then, yeah, I think that was that. I just learned to manage my time. So time management is going to be very important in learning block two. If if you need to pass or you want to pass the learning block two phase, you just need to have time management and prioritize your schoolwork. Yeah.
So true, so true. What about you, Izu? Let's share your biggest challenges.
Yeah, similar to Dando's, you have to do a lot of stuff, and I think I took okay. Since we're just opening up here, let me just say something. I took a very bold step too because I genuinely, like I said already at the beginning, I added some context by saying, I've tried to get into like SAP before Umuzi, and
Mm-hmm.
Umuzi has been the only way I've been able to, start this SAP journey. So um now that I had gotten into the SAP program with Umuzi, I really wanted to be successful at it, right? I didn't want any excuses. And then I saw the requirements, how many hours that we need to commit for learning block two, and how many hours expected to commit for learning block three. And I thought about it like, would I be able to keep up with this with my current role? Like, I work in analytics and AI. So it wasn't like it was a good one, but like I said, I was looking for ways to build legacy, like professionally, right? That's what I wanted. So, and SAP was where I said, okay, this would be a great one. So I wanted to really take great advantage of the opportunity. So I felt like it won't be possible for me to keep my my job and do the Umuzi program. So I took a very bold step and I sort of quit. But like I didn't just quit like and leave myself hanging. I quit and I also I got a side gig, right, like which I've been running throughout the program as an analytics like tutor and stuff like that. So that was how I was coping. But it's been a very tough 1 year. Let me just put it that way. It's been a very tough 1 year. And it's made me really one thing that Umuzi would not understand is that without the stipend, I might have struggled a bit, not just because of the money itself, but that's without the stipend, not just because of the money, but because every time we got the stipend, it felt like Umuzi was saying, it's like I don't know if I've said this before, but it's like as if you're running a marathon and then you have Frida and then you have Bongi, they are the sidelines, they're saying go Tando, go Tando, that kind of thing. So you get to the finish line. That's how the every those meetings we had weekly bi-weekly, and it always felt like people cheering you up, and so there was the positive energy really got me thus far. It was very challenging keeping up with bills, and you have chores to do, you have stuff to do, errands to run that are very important in your life, right? They are very important. So you have to find a way to manage your time and prioritize your tasks. You have to find a way to prioritize your task. And yeah, I was able to do that. Umuzi even gave us access to courses that taught us how to prioritize tasks, and they are very useful. It's not, allow me to say, no fugazi, right? Allow me to say that, like, they are very useful, like very useful. So yeah, it was very stressful keeping up with the rigorous like routine, the hectic routine, data issues. I changed my laptop twice during this Muzi program. So I just kept on, whatever problems came, I kept on looking for a way to solve, to deal with it. Last year, sometime last year, I don't know if anybody is here. If you're in Lagos, you notice that last year there was numerous times there was major like connectivity issues, and we still had to keep up with the deadline of the courses and all of that. So yeah, that's just a little info about my struggles.
Thanks for sharing that, Isnu. We also went, me and my group, we also went through similar challenges like you and Tando mentioned. Learning block two is especially like difficult because it's like you're transitioning from a low pressure learning block one into like something that is so hectic you are not prepared for. And if you do not have like time management skills, you will surely crash and burn. So time management is very, very important at this stage. So let's look ahead on the future plans and advice. So looking forward, this question is for both of you, of course. What are your plans for the next year? Do you have any big goals that you're chasing for this year? Actually, just started.
Okay, so from my side, the first goal is to obviously secure an SAP related job, and it's been much easier applying now because you're like, hey, I've got the certifications now, I've got the skills, yeah. So it's just applying, and also another goal is to earn at least more certifications this year. That's the plan. Yeah, and one thing I should mention is when you are in this program, maybe you'd be like me and actually discover what you really, really, really want to do, like me. So yeah, there are chances that I might be starting another degree this year. Thanks to Umuzi for opening my eye on certain things.
Yay!
Yeah, so those are the goals and the plans for this coming year. So yeah.
Lovely, lovely stuff. What about Izu? What you have
Yeah.
planned?
Yeah, all right. So plans are similar to Tandu's as well to get some more certifications. I have also just recently too, just like she said, I've um before joining the SAP program, I thought I knew where in SAP I would want to specialize, but like in the whole year, like I now realize that like I didn't really know. So I recently just discovered that you know I can actually position myself as a data professional in SAP, especially because of SAP's new offerings like business data cloud and stuff like that. So yeah, I
Mm,
want to make my like specialize in like choose an area of specialty in SAP. Like you said earlier, SAP is very broad. So I realized that I can't learn everything, right? I just pick
mm,
areas that resonates well with me and then try to specialize there as well. So yeah, I want to develop strong expertise this year in my chosen SAP spheres like BTP, BDC, integration suites and stuff like that, and get more certifications too in that regard, right? Get more certifications in that regard. Definitely get a role too, like a job. I'm praying, I'm really fighting, I'm struggling, I'm praying, I'm begging God that I get an SAP related role. The reason is because I said I've already gone like a whole year, with just trying to complete the
mm,
program, and now I have gotten like three offers for non-SAP jobs, and they are not bad paying. Like the pay is really is fine, right? But like I don't want to take that because if I take that now, it's like I'm walking a separate direction. So I'm hoping to get an SAP related role soon, so that I can continue in the career path I really like. So yeah, that's just it. More certifications, more technical know-how in the specialization.
mm.
I want, and yeah, that's just it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'd like to highlight one thing that you both touched on, which is like continuous learning. You guys still want to learn more, and that is very important, especially in the tech space, because if you don't continually improve yourself, you're going to get left behind because all of these systems, softwares that we learn about, they are continually getting updated. So if you're not someone that likes studying, then you're at the wrong place. I'm sorry. So continuous learning is very, very, very important.
Yeah, sorry, I
Uh,
just need to say like that the continuous learning thing you just mentioned is really key. So remember last week, yeah, Tando, you remember she was telling us about the end-to-end processes, like the cost for the end-to-end processes. So
Yeah.
I started going through it, and this morning I just realized that SAP has actually changed its definition of SAP Business Suite. So like if you're not really updated,
mm,
it's like
Mm.
don't know, and it's weird because it shows that many people might not even know that SAP has updated it. So like that, it's regularly
SAP
changing.
changes every single day.
Yeah,
Every
like,
single day
Every
there's
single
something
time.
new. Mm.
So it's very, very important to keep updated. That is amazing. So for all our current learners that are watching, so what advice would you give someone just starting this journey? Please drop those germs, those gems. I almost said germs. Drop those gems so that they know what to expect.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Uh, to every learner out there, one thing I'd say is take this program seriously. Take this
Yeah.
program seriously. Grab the opportunity with both hands. It's a very great opportunity, and I don't think there's any other institution that offers such a program in South Africa. Um, uh, I just come in with an open mind. Don't come closed minded. One thing you're gonna learn, a lot you're gonna learn from your peers. You know, we come from different countries. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different backgrounds. So a learner from Nigeria might know more already about SAP. You might not know anything about SAP. Engage in those debates. And if
Mm,
there's one thing that I want to say
mm,
is become family. Don't isolate yourself in this program. You're not gonna go far. Trust me. Try
trust.
your best to like just become connected, engage with other learners, ask questions. There's so much support that you're going to get from Umuzi. We had a lot of platforms. I even remember we had Oli that tackles issues with mental health, and there's a lot of support, guys.
Mm,
Use this opportunity as much as you can. Send questions. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But don't do this alone. You're gonna need your peers. Trust me, you're gonna need them. Yeah.
so true.
Mhm.
all right. I think that's my key to go now, right? Okay. So yeah, if you're like just starting this program, so like I think it's always good to recognize that there are people who are coming from different backgrounds. Some people are fresh out of school.
Mm,
Some people already have work experience. Some people are working, and they would have to still commit the same number of hours and stuff like that. But they already have some know-how. They already have some knowledge of some things already. So and some of these things will help them even though they will struggle with time, at least they'll have knowledge to complete a lot of the tasks. And for people who are fresh out of school, you might have all the time, but you might not have all the knowledge to like complete some of it.
mm,
So like everybody has it their own way. Nobody has it tougher, right? So like I said,
mm,
I I even quit my job, so it's been a bit tough and all of that. But like just put your head in the game, and I don't think there's any hurdle that you can't like jump in this program at all. Like I doubt it. Like a
mm,
lot of people completed their task 9 minutes and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't think there's any hurdle that you can't jump. Obviously, when you have tasks to complete and deadlines, you definitely complain and mumble. But that's just your body, like coping with the pressure. It's just a coping
true.
mechanism. So complain all you want, but just do your task, just do your task and be like water. Allow the program to go through you, actually. Allow the program to go through you. So many things are important. If you need to do a sabbatical for this program, definitely do that. If you're good to go, definitely do that. SAP is a major part of the future. It's like the biggest company in Germany, in Europe. The product is like one of the biggest in the world. I wanted to specialize in Microsoft, but I think SAP is a very awesome place to specialize in like the software. So just take advantage of it. There's like so personally, as someone has reached level block 3, I can't think of anything that you can't do. Just yeah, go through the course, allow the program go through you, seek out for help, um, collaborate with your fellow Nigerians or Kenyans or South Africans, or collaborate with people from your country, collaborate with people from outside of your country, especially if you desire remote roles. Begin to build this etiquette, professional etiquette, work ethics, and all of that. Expand your professional network. That's all. Thank you.
I just wanted to add that it's doable, guys. It's not that hard. No, you
Yeah.
can definitely do it. There are so many of us that have written our exams. So many of us that has reached learning block 3. So it is doable. Trust me. It's not that hard as maybe we make it sound, but it's very doable. Trust me.
True, true. Please do connect with Tando and Izundu on LinkedIn. I'm sure they are happy to help you with whatever you might need. And now it is your turn. To all the people that are watching, please drop your questions in the chat because our alumni are ready for some storytelling wisdom. So I'm gonna look in the chat to see if we have some questions already. So we have Cynthia asking, mind sharing the streams that you guys are in and the certifications that you have.
Okay, so I was in the general tech consultant stream, and I have two certifications. I have discovering end to end processes, and then I have positioning the business suite. So they are both SAP certifications. Yes.
All right, so me, I'm in the SAP developer pathway stream. So uh, I did certifications in integration developer, SAP certified associates integration developer, and I also did another one for a database administrator certification, SAP HANA database administrator. All right, so these are really awesome. Like, the certificates were chosen perfectly. They are focal points of SAP right now. So yeah, that's what.
Awesome. Lovely to hear. So we have Ona. Okay, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Onate. I'm so sorry. Asking if the events are in person. So I'm gonna take that one. We have both in person and online events. And if you happen to be somewhere that is far away, you will definitely be plugged into the in person event. So the online the in-person events will basically be hybrid because you will also be having access to that. And then we have another question from Brownie Tracy. Are you guys going to show us how to structure our LinkedIn profiles? Definitely. We do have workshops that are coming your way to show you how to structure your LinkedIn profile, to teach you how to position yourself correctly. And we do have a learning block that is learning block 4, which specifically focuses on that. It is amazing. So you will get all the support that you will need. And then we have the fixer asking, are you currently employed, Tando, applying the SAP certifications or related?
Okay, well, actually, I have an interview today. I think later on today. Yeah, but it just required you to have knowledge, SAP knowledge, right? But it deals, I think, with finances. So it is something that I have a bit of knowledge. So yes, I am applying, but I'm not currently employed. Yeah.
That is great. Well, congratulations, first of all, and we wish you all the best. Please send some love and some positive vibes to Tando's way because this is so exciting, and I know that you're going to do great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Problem. So we have another question from Rosie, asking, I would like to know, is it still as hectic to secure a job after completing the program? Well, this actually is a good question. because we all know that getting jobs in South Africa is hard. But one thing that helps with completing this program is that you essentially will have things that will set you apart from your competitors. You will have job readiness, you will do mock interviews, so you will be very, very prepared whenever you have an interview or whenever you will be applying using your CV. So you will definitely have a competitive edge when applying for a job. And then we have an interesting question here from Spiwe asking, how do you keep going when it's difficult? Maybe Izu can take that one.
Just to repeat what I said earlier, there was this positive energy we got from the Umuzi team. That really was very helpful. But there's also you too, you want that inner drive, that inner motivation. So you just want to stay motivated so that whatever motivation is like the strongest source of drive and energy. So even if anybody tells you anything, as long as you're motivated, right, you can spend. Motivation is what allows people to spend hours at night doing tasks and stuff like that. Because typically everybody is preaching work-life balance, right? So like
True.
motivation allows you to like give more than is required for
Mm,
to get something done. So I try to stay motivated by watching a lot of SAP related content on YouTube. That really gave me some energy. I watched some this morning. I've been doing it for a year now. So it keeps me motivated knowing that, like this is the field I'm in. So I do that. So
mm,
whenever the tasks are released by Umuzi, I'm like, okay, let me just go and do this. And we were also taught like task prioritization and effective methods for time management. So I really used those things. Like I jotted because when we got to those courses, I knew they were very incredible. So I noted them down, and I've been using them like blocking your calendars, setting reminders for tasks. I use my calendar every day. Like when I wake up in the morning, for like the past 1 year, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my mail, check my calendar, and check this circle. And I've been doing this for like 1 year. A friend reached out to me yesterday. I was like, "How far we have not linked up? We should see sometime this week." And my response was like, "Let me check my calendar." And he was like, "Yo, like I've been doing this for a year, so make sure you're doing time blocking. Once you have tasks and you have deadlines and stuff, dedicate some time every day. Do this every
mm,
every weekend, or like maybe on Saturdays or on Sundays. Use one of those days to plan out your week
mm,
every week for the remaining 1 year or the duration of this program. That is how you are going to handle the stress, and you'll be responsible for, if you feel responsible for yourself. So yeah, just try to stay motivated. Find out SAP influencers, because they motivate people on LinkedIn, YouTube, and use time management approaches well. By the time you get to learning block one, learning block two, you definitely learn those techniques too. So when you come across those, just make sure that you're using them, and yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, that's about it.
true, true. And I'd like to add that what you said is really, really completely true. Always try to stay motivated. We know that like you cannot be motivated every day, but watching SAP content, following SAP professionals on LinkedIn, joining the SAP community. They have a website for the SAP community. It truly helps because you see those things every day and you end up immersing yourself in SAP, and then you get excited to do the job. And sometimes you won't have the energy to push as much every day, but as long as you did 1% in that day, it's still consistency. It still counts as consistency. So we do have a question for Tando. So Cynthia is also asking, did you choose the certification or those are the ones? done in generic, and also how easy was it to get employment, or you were allocated to one of the partners? Okay, so I think I can answer part of this. Tendo did just mention that she has an interview. And So maybe you can answer the part of whether you chose a certification or, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if you've have they already chosen streams yet.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so every stream has got, I think, like two certifications that were already there for us. So I think I'll only get a chance to choose a certification that I want now. But yeah, yeah, that was that. And
Mm,
was it easy? How easy was it to get employment? Obviously, we have a crisis of unemployment in our country, but all I want to let people know is when applying for SAP, you're not only applying to the company SAP, we've got
yeah.
partners, we've got companies that use SAP as end users, you can get so many roles, not only at SAP, but as I said, in every other company that uses SAP. So yeah, I think I've answered your questions. The certifications were chosen for us. Yeah.
Amazing. And then we have a question from Nhlanhla. I've been hearing a lot of questions about stipends. I think I'm asking for most of us who don't know. How do stipends work and how much do they cover to support our learning journey and experience? So we have different stipends for different things. So whenever we have an event, you will get a travel stipend. So you won't be able using money from your own pocket to get to that event. We actually provide you with money to actually get there. And then we have a progress based data stipend, which you will be getting based on your progress. So the more you make progress, the more the stipend you will be getting. Unfortunately, this is a scholarship, so you will not be getting a stipend to, like, for living costs and all of that. You will be actually getting a stipend for learning, data stipend to use for your learning, to watch videos and all the contents that you will need for studying. And then we have Shongo saying that I've been enrolled in Developer Associates and working at Izu. Is it doable? Is it doable? I work 8 to 4. I'm assuming from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And how are the opportunities in data or software engineering? Anything in development?
All right, sure. So, like, thanks for asking this question. You're in the right path if you're, I mean, from the question you asked at the last question, the last sentence, you're in the right path. You're in developer pathway, which is the right path for you if you're asking that question. Then, as for 8 to 4, right? I think 8 to 4 is like the equivalent. It's like still 9 to 5. So like with 8 to 4, I think you can definitely do it. You can, in fact, trust me, you can definitely do it. Stay consistent with your timing. If you do 8 to 4, that's like you have the whole evening to you every day, and many other people in the program wouldn't have that same time that you have even. So you can definitely do. I mean, you need to rest, work-life balance. So try to put in at least 2 hours on your Mondays to Fridays, at least just 2 hours. That's all, just 2 hours. Then Saturdays, Sundays, you can crash everything. If you can do that and stick to it, for the remainder of the program, I think you would make a lot of like headway. So yeah, and as for the opportunities, like you are in the right path. Like one of the certifications that were chosen for us was integration developer, and integration suite is what integration developer is about, and it's built it's a service that is on SAP BTP. So if you're familiar with like AWS services, Azure services, like cloud services, that's what SAP's BTP is similar to. So if you're already coming from that place, you're only just learning SAP technology, right? It's similar technology, in fact. In fact, because they're teaching business people, they oversimplify the grammar in their technology teachings. So the opportunities are crazy if you do back-end coding, because you write your Node.js. If you already know Node.js, JavaScript, you can write your JavaScript and you're integrating it to the SAP core, like over BTP. So there's massive demand for people that in that CPI BTP era, for people that code and for people that don't code. For people that don't code, so like it's a good one, and yeah, you can definitely do it. Just ensure you're putting in 2 hours, like Mondays to Fridays. Find some time and then crash your whole project work on weekends. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. That is amazing. And I'd like to add on the demand part. So these certification or these streams that you guys will be doing are designed based on demand. So all of the certifications that you will be doing are the ones that are in demand right now at SAP. And another cool thing is if you're a person that doesn't mind going out of the country, you can use those certifications to apply anywhere in the world, whether you want to go to Germany or whatever. The SAP Careers portal has all of those jobs, and you are able to use that certification no matter where you come from. So that's another great thing about it. I have a question from Alan asking, what do you recommend for someone who wants to join the SAP program straight after matric? Okay, so this one is a really interesting one because I think if you want to join this program after matric, then definitely go for it. For instance, I have one of my teammates that I was with on this program. He only had a matric certificate, and he was able to land a job at SAP. And no, not a job. I'm so sorry. He was able to land an interview at SAP to show that it is very possible. And if you go to the SAP's career portal, they do tell you that even if you feel like you don't have like all of the qualifications or all of the experience, just use the, what is it called, is it a motivational letter, use that motivational letter to show what the projects you have done in the SAP My Learning Hub, whatever experience you have. So the more you learn about SAP, the better if you only have a matric certificate, because if you have all of that experience and you have showed initiative and done all of these practice systems that they offer you, joined the live classes, and you show that you know about the subject matter, then you will be at an advantage because you know so much about the company. So if you want to join it after completing matric, that is good, but you need to put in a whole lot of effort. But if you can still go do a degree, then please by all means do so, because that will not only help you on the SAP side, or it will also be advantageous if you happen to be looking for another job as well. So we have about 5 minutes left. Maybe we can take a few questions. So Pilile is asking, I've just realized that the certifications expire yearly. Is there a program that assists the unemployed alumni to maintain certification after initial year? So I have experience with this. I also did the end-to-end business processes, and both certifications of mine did expire. But since you have the My Learning Hub subscription, you are able to renew the certification for free. And it's not that hard. It's not like you'll be writing an exam all over again. You will actually be answering, I think, was it 8 questions? It's an assessment and it's open book. So you basically, they ask you 8 questions because obviously they're doing that because they have updated their systems and they want you to stay updated. So you just go in, you can do it on as many attempts as you want. So it's really not an issue. Um, okay. I think we can wrap this up. So before we wrap up, let's hear from Izundu and Tando. Any final words or tips for future learners that you have?
I think we've covered everything, but yeah, as I said, guys, make this count. Use this opportunity that is being given to you. And you guys are lucky. I think the system update of SAP now, the way you write exams, open books, you can write it for over a period of time, obviously. Yeah, but just give it your best. Just give it your best. Don't mind everything else. Remember your why you applied, you know? So if you applied for a very good reason, you are going to stay here and you are going to make it. So yeah, stay together, ask questions, be active, and do not give up. It's doable. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one, Tando. Just to add to what she said and everything that Bongia said, so like there's nothing different, it's the same thing. I'm just reiterating. Just allow the program go through you. Like she said, give it your best shots. Because like I said, this SAP thing is really crazy because I've been really paying attention to it, and SAP jobs. Yeah, obviously it might not be what it seems, but SAP jobs like puts you on an international platform, on a global platform, and many people in Africa, that's what we want. We want to be on that global platform. So SAP does that for you. So really give it your best shot, like she said. If you're fresh out of school, you're already, I mean, you're already in the right place if you're at this age or at this stage and you're looking at working with SAP, learning about SAP.
Mm,
And if you're already working, just you just know that you already have existing like know-how and skill sets that puts you ahead of other people too as well. So try to look on the bright side of things and give it your all. Just avoid excuses as well too. Just try to
mm.
avoid excuses. Excuses are just excuses. Try to avoid them. Give it your all, and yeah, that's all. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for hanging with us today. We have run out of time. If you guys don't have any more questions pertaining to the program or whatever it is, please log ahead tickets. We will be able to cover them there. We are unable to go on now because we have to respect people's time, unfortunately. And remember, your journey is just beginning and the possibilities are endless. Stay connected, stay motivated, and keep reaching for those dreams. But yeah, keep the conversations going. Until next time, guys, keep shining. Bye bye.